Alright, so for today's video, we haven't recorded or we haven't posted a video for a while.
Months.
But yeah. But today, just a little bit ago, me and Charlie had like a kind of a build competition kind of thingy where we made tiny little A-10s. And so this is mine. And it doesn't look exactly like an A-10, but it looks very
Should I show
similar.
mine then?
Yeah, you can show yours.
Okay.
But it flies really well, and it flies really well. It's good at PvP, and it also looks pretty cool too.
I mean, his is a decent amount smaller than mine, so.
Yeah, mine is really small.
I went for the tiny look, just not super tiny like his, so.
Yeah, mine's really tiny.
It's a lot more just compact in there.
Round one, fight! Ding ding ding!
Wait. No, not a fight.
Yes, I will destroy you.
Whee. Okay.
Alright, but anyway, so today
Yep.
we're gonna do a tutorial on this, and it's a pretty good plan.
Yeah,
It's very
flies
tiny,
really.
compact, and it's not laggy, so that's also a good something that's good about it. Alright, but first, we're going to start with the half wedge down 1x2 in half blocks. So you're going to place that, and then we're going to do 7, I believe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So then you're going to do 7 half blocks behind that. Like that. Okay. And once you do that, you're going to place this right here, this half wedge. But it's not going to be the half wedge in the half blocks. This is not the right one. It's going to be the half wedge in wedges. And so you're going to place one facing forwards, or with the arrow pointing backwards, and then another one with the arrow pointing into the other half wedge. And then you're going to take their main pilot seat, but, I mean, I've already placed mine in that one, so I'm just going to use a pilot seat.
I'm gonna mute my mic a little bit.
Okay. Alright. And then we are going to use a half wedge down 1x2, like that. And then a half wedge up, like this. So it's like kind of a curve. And then you're going to take a half block and place that right there. And then you're going to take a 1x2 wing panel and place that right here. And right here. So right behind the, or in front of the half wedge up. Like that. Then you're going to take 8 disconnectors with whatever you want to use to disconnect them. I mean, I just use like G. So one, starting at the side of the seat. So the side of the seat going 8 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 8 disconnectors from starting from the side of the seat all the way back to the wing panel. And then do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're gonna take 2 super rocket engines, and you're gonna place one behind the seat, and then one right here. So it's gonna be just in front of this like half block that you just placed. And then the settings for them are going to be what you use to go faster and slower. I use E and Q. You can use whatever you want, but I just use E and Q because I use W and S. Instead of speed, I use that as up and down. Alright. And then you're going to take a motor. And then when you do the motor, you're going to see the little screwdriver up in the middle left of your screen on top of the materials. So what you're going to do is click powered and lock. So it should have a white box at lock, and that's it. And you don't have to change any other settings. And then you're going to place this motor like this, and then flip it twice with the T, and then again, and again. So it'll have like a staircase looking thing like this. And so this is like a motor lock tower. And so you're going to have 4 of this tower. So it's going to go up 4 like this. So that's 2. Three. Oops. Alright. And then 4. Then you're going to take a wing panel 1x1 and put it in the middle that there's like an open area. So every time there's an open area, you're going to put the wing panel there in the middle. So not on the sides, just in the middle. And then once you do that, we're going to start to build the actual plane itself, or the actual motor locking stuff itself. And so what you're going to do is, so on this last motor, on the motor tower, or on the first tower part, you're going to place a wing pan or a delta wing right here. Just like that. That's just for stability. And then once you do that, you're going to take a half wedge and put that right here. So it'll be on the same level. And then you're going to take a half wedge down and place that right here, right next to the half wedge. So it's kind of like at the Nike logo. And so that's going to be right behind the seat. So it's going to be exactly behind the seat. No space in between the back of the seat and this. And then, if you can see here, we're using cameras for, just because cameras, they're invisible, and they have the full hitbox. So you're going to use camera, and then a motor, again with the locked preset, so click powered and then lock. So it should have a white box on lock, but not anything else. And then 2 cameras after that. And you always have to make sure when you're using cameras that they're all facing the same direction. They can be like this and like this, but they can't be like this, so that messes it up. And so once you do that, you can take trails from where the wings are, and then you can click the screwdriver and click the toggle, so there's no white box on toggle. And then place 1 under the camera, and then 1 in front of that. And then, so these are just going to be, this is going to be the Warthog machine gun on it. And then once you do that, you're going to take a tiny landing gear facing forward, so the arrow pointing forward. And then you're just going to leave all this stuff on. So no settings changed there. And then once you do that, you're going to do the guns on the wings and stuff. And so you're going to take the guns, you're going to place them right, where would it be? I think it's going to be right in the front. Yeah. So it's going to be on the front motor, on the second stack. It's going to look like that. So it's going to be at the same level of this motor. The guns are. And then you're going to take a small landing gear and have the arrow facing backwards and place that on the motor. I'm going to place that right here, like this. So 2 right there. Oh. And then, so for the settings, you're going to turn the set controls automatically off and the steering off. And then just copy and paste that into this one. So these ones won't steer, but this one will steer. Now once you're going to do that, after you do that, you're going to take 4 rockets and put 2 on each side of the landing gear. And so once you do that, you're going to take another motor with the same locked setting. And you're placing one. It's placing it right above this delta wing. Then you're going to place a propeller right here with the settings of I, U, Z, and X, but all has to be is reverse thrust. So this is just to like keep it up because the landing gear, it's not perfectly balanced. So you just like hold down Z or whatever for a little bit, and then it'll like stay balanced. But then when you start to fly, then you have to turn it off. Otherwise, your plane is just gonna go crazy. And so once you do that, you're gonna place a camera right above this motor, and it can't be above this propeller because it gets locked half a block in. So then the actual like engines themselves would be half a block in instead of in the right spot. So you're just gonna place 2 with the same accelerate key that you used for these ones. So I use Q and E. You can use whatever. Alright. And then once you do that, you're going to take another motor and you're going to, with the same locked settings, so powered and lock, so just a white box on lock, nothing else. You're going to place that, and then you're going to put a gun behind it, just like that. And it won't look like it's connected, but it is, because guns have a full box hitbox. And then you're going to place another camera right here with the jet engines, 1, 2, with the same accelerate key, like that. And once you do that, we're going to work on the actual wings themselves now. Oh wait, no, we still have something else to do for this. So you're gonna place a camera like that, and then 2 half blocks facing up. So they're not touching this, because if they're like this, then it'll be touching it. You don't want that. And then you're gonna take a half wedge up 1x2, place that right here. And so that's just gonna be for some extra like detail, I guess, for the cockpit. And so once you do that, you're gonna do 2 cameras on this motor right here. So 1 block above this camera, and you're gonna place a half wedge.
Or leave it.
So a half wedge, and then here, let's see here. So this is gonna be a wedge 1x2, just like this, and then a half wedge right here. So it's just gonna look like that. It's gonna look a little weird, but that's what you're gonna do, like that. Just color, use the materials, and just do the glass and change those. And then once you do that, you're going to grab a wing panel 1x2, or I mean 1x1. Place that right in this gap. So it's going to be like in kind of a checkered pattern of the other wing panel in the middle. Then you're going to place a 1x2 control surface twice. Oh no, 3 times. So it's going to be 6 out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then so for these, you're going to use the roll key. So on this one, on the left one, it's going to be lower surface A, raised surface D. And then on this one, the right wing, is going to be lower surface D and then raised surface A. So that's going to be like the roll. And then once you do that, you're going to work on the actual wing. So it's going to be a wing panel 1x1 right here. So once again, another checkered pattern kind of thing right here. And then you're going to do 3 1x2s, 1, 2. Actually, no. It's going to be 2, but then you're going to do... Oh, wait, no. It is going to be 3. So it's going to be 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then you're going to place another one right here. So there's going to be a 2, like a space of 2 right there. And then place another wing panel 1x2. So it's going to look like this. And then you take a delta wing 1x2. Like this. And then, after that, we're going to work on the back wings. Actually, yeah. So, you're going to take a trail and put it on the right or left side. Doesn't matter. But I just did the right side. And you're going to place it right here. So, 2 trails going back like this. It's going to be right above the the rocket engines. Then you're going to take control surfaces, so control surface 1x2 right here, then 1x2 right here. So it's going to be 2 1x2 control surfaces, and then a 1x1. And then these are going to be the up and down. And see how Plane Crazy works, you have to have the lower surface, W, or E, or whatever you use to go up, it has to be on the lower surface. And then whatever you use to go down has to be on the raised surface. So it doesn't make sense, but that's how it works. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to go into PvP weapons and just take one rocket, place that right here. So that's just going to be an extra rocket that you have. And then once you do that, you're going to take a motor and you're going to put that right on here. So this is going to be powered and lock. And then you're going to do another PvP. You're going to go back into PvP weapons and then use a gun. Now that I think about it, you can also use a gun here too. So that's going to be a gun. Then I'm just going to, oops. Alright. So you're going to place a gun here on this motor. And then take another motor. And place that right here, facing the other way though. With the same locked settings. And then place another gun behind it. So this has 5 guns in it. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to take cameras. So you're going to go, here, let's just try to fix them. There. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 out on each side. 1, 2, 3. And then you're just going to place 1 going back. And then once you do that, you're going to take a wing panel 1x2 and place it like this and like this. And so that's like pretty much all the wings done. And then once you do that, you're gonna take a half block, have it facing on the bottom, and place it right here. Then you're gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's gonna be 5 half blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're gonna take, I think that's a half wedge down 1 by 2. Place that like that. Then you're gonna take a half wedge up 1 by 2. Then just like strategically place it like that. And then you're gonna fill this in with half blocks. So 1, 2 half blocks. So it's gonna look like this. And then once you do that, you're gonna take a delta wing and have it so it's angled like this. So it looks like just the corners are touching this motor and this motor, but they're not. Then you're gonna take a wing panel 1 by 3 or 3 1 by 1s, however you want to do it, and just place it like that. I think that's the tutorial done. So now if you do like this, yep.
Whee! I didn't quite finish it because I kind of was trying to go a little slow, but I was going a little slow.
Oh, this is actually kind of cool. It's like I'm controlling 2 planes at once.
In an air show.
Here, I'm gonna try to get them. Oh yeah, and then I forgot. This trail and this trail need to be wait, they're off toggle. And what was the trail making the maybe it's just a glitch. Just gonna look that. You're just gonna activate it. Gear up. Then deactivate the propeller. Ow. Alright, and there you have it. A mini A-10. And so now what you're gonna do is color it. So I just color it like that. I just use like the default gray, but you can use whatever. And just like that, you have a mini A-10. Wow. Amazing. Alright. See you guys in the next video whenever I make that. But yeah.
Probably in 2 months.
Yeah, well, whenever I make another video. See you guys then. I'll probably make, I don't know, I'll maybe make another tutorial on a small plane because recently I made a MiG-17, which is pretty small, but also, I don't know, it's a little bit complicated because you do have to use like toggled motor locking and everything, but who knows, I might make it. But see you guys in the next video. Bye.